For the past 105 years, in addition to our dedicated staff, Cornell Cooperative Extension Ulster County has relied on volunteers to deliver valuable information, education, and resources to the public. We want to thank them for putting knowledge to work. Here are program highlights from 2018. The Cornell Cooperative Extension Ulster County Agriculture Program, with thanks to grants from Novo, Northeast SARE, American Farmland Trust, New York State Ag and Markets, Penn State, and the Ulster County Appropriation, along with several smaller grants from New York State, works in a variety of areas to better serve our communities. This year, 1,350 people attended our ag programs, and our educators reached over 2,000 people through site visits, newsletters, and technical assistance. Christian Malsatsky handles field crops, small grains, and urban agriculture, partnering with Dr. Mark Sorrells and Dr. Gary Bergstrom of Cornell University and the Hudson Valley Farm Hub to test which small grain varieties have production promise in the Hudson Valley and southeast New York, and produce desirable results in the craft beverage and artisan baking industries. Christian works with Cornell educators from around the state on a project funded by Ag and Markets, which looks at barley production in New York to help meet criteria for the New York State Farm Brewery Act. The Celebrating Grains in the Hudson Valley event, held this year at the Senate Garage in Kingston, welcomed 106 attendees to view initial research findings for small grains in the Hudson Valley. This research contributes to the New York State Malt and Barley Team, which will host the second annual Barley and Malt Summit in Syracuse in December, as well as New York State Ag and Markets, Harvest New York, and Grow New York City Green Markets efforts to establish a grain industry and market in the Northeast United States. This year, Christian provided technical assistance and outreach to several burgeoning and established urban agriculture operations in the Hudson Valley to help increase the viability of food security in the region. As part of a larger effort to bring an understanding of urban agriculture to New York State, Christian worked with Ag and Markets to deliver a presentation for over 200 state and local government officials at the 2018 New York State Planning Federation Conference. Jim O'Connell worked with his colleagues here, educators from the Eastern New York Commercial Horticulture Team, and faculty at Cornell University to develop a three-part climate change series. The first workshop, held on November 1st at CCE Ulster, was organized by Jason Detzel and provided a general overview of climate change. The second workshop, held on November 8th at the Department of Health, was organized by Melinda Herzog and focused on climate resiliency in Kingston, New York. The third workshop was organized by Jim O'Connell and focused on educating farmers on how extreme weather events are linked to climate change. Jim completed another season of monitoring for invasive insects in grapes and spotted-winged Drosophila in berries at 10 farms as part of Ag and Markets Cooperative Agriculture Pest Survey and the New York State Fruit IPM Program Monitoring Network. The spotted-winged Drosophila monitoring was part of a larger statewide effort to serve as an alert to growers for first and sustained catches. Potential invasive samples were sent to the Cornell Insect Diagnostic Lab in Ithaca for identification. There were no positive samples. Jim also developed a guide for Spanish-speaking farm workers about spotted lanternfly, a new invasive quarantined in Pennsylvania. It is a serious threat to the tree fruit, vegetable, small fruit, grape, and hop industries in New York State. This guide is a work in progress and will be continually updated as more is understood about this pest. Jason Detzel, livestock educator, has been working to increase the efficacy and resiliency of New York farmers by providing continuing education to beginning and experienced producers alike. In the beginning of the year, the livestock department provides trainings for all beginning species. Over the spring months, the livestock offerings become more specialized for those producers who are ready to take the next step. Summer means monitoring pastures and visiting with farmers, and fall is supporting producers in closing out books and retaining customers for next season. The livestock program is proud to organize the 4-H auction program. This club supports farmers ages 10 through 18 who wish to produce a livestock project for sale at the Ulster County Fair. Jason is also excited to be part of a statewide grant to combat parasites and dewormer resistance in the state's small ruminant flocks. Continue the Kingston Schools Special Education Chick Hatching Program. There is already a lot planned for 2019, so stay informed by subscribing to our newsletter and joining one of our species-specific clubs. The Master Gardeners kick off the spring growing season every year with their annual Garden Day held in April at SUNY Ulster. This conference is sold out and features 16 classes, a keynote speaker, and mini trade show. The educational event is organized and taught by master gardeners. Some of the popular classes were Alien Invaders, Invasive Plants and Pests, Native Shrubs and Gardening in a Changing Climate. Here is the soil testing crew testing the free soil samples brought in by each participant. The free Learning in the Garden lectures take place from May to October in the Master Gardener award-winning Xeriscape demonstration garden at SUNY Ulster. These lectures take place on the third Saturday of the month and feature topical hands-on classes. The focus this year for the program was invasive plants and insects and how to be resilient in the changing climate. Here is new Master Gardener volunteer Sarah teaching about how to identify common invasive species, plan for weather extremes, and protect pollinators in the home garden. The Master Gardener program has 80-plus volunteers. This summer, Master Gardeners across New York State were invited to the Cornell Geneva Experiment Station. The topics were very diverse: tomato trellising, various diseases, spotted wing Drosophila, cover crops, and other topics. The group from Ulster participated in this day-long class learning about vegetable pests, raised bed gardening, growing heirloom plants, and then toured an 18-bed demo garden planted by Cornell grad students just for this visit. The annual plant sale in September is a chance for the Master Gardeners to offer plants for sale from the Xeriscape garden as well as gems from their own gardens. This fundraising event benefits the Master Gardener program and provides educational information too. Here is Cecily Frazier teaching folks about the new invasive pest, the African jumping worm. This worm has wiggled its way throughout most of Ulster County, causing damage to gardens, forests, and lawns. To learn more, ask a Master Gardener. Our horticulture hotline is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from March to October, and Fridays only during the winter months. Questions can be left on the hotline by calling 845-340-3478. DIRT. The Ashokan Watershed Stream Management Program delivers education, funding, and technical assistance to communities in northwest Ulster County through a collaborative stream management program funded by the New York City Department of Environmental Protection. The STREAM program employs 4 full-time CCE staff and 2 part-time staff at a field office in Shokan, New York. This year, the STREAM education program piloted 2 new successful programs. A new stream snorkeling program to reach families and youth in the watershed was full at 45 attendees during its first run. Youth and a few adults snorkeled the Esopus Creek behind the Emerson Resort and attended streamside activities to learn about stream buffers, invasive species, water quality, and aquatic life. The program gave children the experience of safely immersing themselves in the wild Esopus Creek. The second education program we piloted also involved splashing in streams, but this time in waders. Our stream assessment field crew visited over 400 culverts and bridges in the watershed to collect data on the condition of culverts and their ability to pass water, sediment, and aquatic organisms. CCE staff are analyzing the data and will develop educational presentations for highway managers and landowners. Culverts and bridges can act like dams if they are undersized during flooding and be lost to erosion if they are not designed with stream process in mind. This program will expand in 2019 to deliver important science-based information that improves water quality and community resilience to flooding. 4th, 5th, and 6th graders of the popular after-school Watershed Detectives Club in the Onteora School District did it again and created a 30-minute movie about the importance of streams. This video features a trout release, a rap song on the obnoxious algae Didymo, interviews a stream scientist, and educates about stream bank erosion and water quality. The students produced the video after a year of learning and hands-on outdoor experience provided by CCE educator Matt Savacci, who also guided production of the video. For watershed youth education, CCE provides a science enrichment program to over 450 Onteora Central School District students serving Shandaken, Olive, and Woodstock in 3 schools. In 2019, we plan to expand our after-school watershed programming to reach Onteora high schoolers. CCE has an active and growing flood hazard mitigation program focused on educating citizens about the risks of flooding and how to reduce those risks. Ulster County and the Northeast U.S. are experiencing heavier rainfall events as the climate warms, putting entire communities at risk as more frequent damages occur and flood insurance premiums rise. CCE continued a popular training offered to help realtors and their clients to better understand flood risks. The training is credited by the New York State Department of State and offered in partnership with the Ulster County Board of Realtors and the Ulster County Department of Environment. Another 45 real estate agents learned the basics of floodplain management in 2018. In addition, we offered trainings on how to interpret and use FEMA flood maps to 147 Planning and Zoning Board of Appeals officials in Ulster County. With funding and technical assistance provided by the New York City Department of Environmental Protection and Ulster County partners, the towns of Olive and Shandaken are implementing significant flood mitigation measures in the New York City watershed. CCE and the Ulster County Department of Environment facilitated completion of flood studies for the hamlets of Shandaken and Alabin. Past studies have resulted in watershed towns and county moving quickly to replace undersized road stream crossings to pass the 100-year or larger return frequency storms. CCE provides education, coordination, and administrative assistance to complete these important projects to improve our resilience in Ulster County to natural disasters. Finally, CCE's watershed program is involved in a number of stream management implementation research projects, the results of which we extend to stream managers. Projects underway are examining the rate at which stream banks erode to aid in predicting and preventing future erosion, monitoring the long-term status of the upper Esopus Creek fishery, measuring water quality to know which Esopus Creek tributaries produce the most sediment pollution reaching the Ashokan Reservoir, developing methods to measure the amount of sediment conveyed by stream beds over time, measuring stream water temperature to prepare for climate change, and monitoring the effects of stream restoration projects on water quality. Maybe that doesn't sound exciting to many people, but that's why they call our stream managers gravel heads. Cornell Cooperative Extension Ulster County's Healthy Communities program provides education and support along with policy, systems, and environmental change within the community to enable residents of Ulster County to strengthen families and achieve healthier lifestyles. Healthy Communities programs include nutrition, parenting, and health and community development. The Eat Smart New York program, funded through CCE Orange County with state and federal funds, implemented over 100 nutrition education events reaching approximately 2,214 people in 2018. Working with community partners, education was offered at the Cerebral Palsy Association, Community Action Ellenville Library, Gateway, the Health Alliance, People's Place, Rupco Senior Housing, and Senior Lunch Sites. The Smarter Lunchroom program was implemented in Kingston schools, offering on-site training and technical assistance to staff. Eat Smart New York facilitates the Kingston School Health and Wellness Committee and co-facilitates the Eat Well Kingston Focus Team and participates in several other committees in the county. The Expanded Food and Nutrition Program, FNEP, funded through Cornell University with federal funds, provides nutrition education, cooking, budgeting, and food safety skills, along with physical activity education for low-income adults raising children. The program provides an intensive, evidence-based series of 6 to 8 classes. In 2018, 74 adults were enrolled in the program, which was offered in both Ulster and Greene counties. Approximately 100 youth participated in the program at elementary schools and after-school programs. 25 kitchen classes were offered in 2018, with 210 people participating in cooking, kitchen skills, and food preservation workshops. Topics included handmade pasta, vegetable sushi rolling, Texas barbecue, dumplings, crepes, truffles, and cake decorating. The Healthy Communities nutrition educators provide additional programs on food safety, fish eating advisories, and the Farmers Market Nutrition Program. In 2018, 22 people completed the ServSafe certification classes offered for restaurant and commercial food preparation staff. The Healthy Ulster Council is coordinated by CCE Ulster in partnership with the Ulster County Department of Health. The council meets bi-monthly for professional development, collective action, and networking. As part of the partnership, we also provide input for the county's Community Health Improvement Plan and annually updates the health inventory. In 2018, CCE Ulster provided local coordination, support, education, and outreach for the Cornell Climate Adaptive Design Project in the City of Kingston, with funding through Cornell Water Resources Institute and the New York State DEC Climate Resiliency Program. This project provides Cornell landscape and architecture students with the opportunity to collaborate with the City of Kingston and community partners to provide designs for Kingston's waterfront, adapted for sea level rise due to climate change. In a partnership with the City of Kingston and this team, we provided planning coordination support for the Mayor's Summit on Climate Resiliency and the High Water Festival, which followed. The event was held on the City of Kingston's waterfront on October 19th. The summit, led by the City of Kingston's Mayor Noble, included a roundtable of town supervisors and mayors discussing their challenges and successes in leading climate-smart strategies in their municipalities. Over 50 invited stakeholders were in attendance. The High Water Festival targeted the general public and included education on the past, present, and future of the City of Kingston's waterfront. The festival included music, art, and exhibitors. The focus of the event was the planning for climate change and the resultant sea level rise. The climate adaptive designs for the waterfront were highlighted and 70 emergency go bags were distributed. The event culminated in a performance by Arm of the Sea Theater. The Relatives as Parents program, or RAP, is part of the Healthy Communities program and is committed to serving the kinship family community through support groups, education, youth programming, and intergenerational activities. Kinship families are comprised of caregivers who have taken on the responsibility of raising a relative's child. Kinship caregivers are quite often grandparents, but can also include aunts, uncles, cousins, and older siblings. RAP currently serves 82 families and over 100 youth in all areas of Ulster, which covers Ellenville, Kingston, Saugerties, Stone Ridge, New Paltz, and Highland. RAP had the pleasure of taking caregivers and children on 2 fun-filled summer trips this year. In July, RAP visited the Liberty Science Center in New Jersey. Youth of all ages were entertained by the hands-on science-based activities and experiments. Both adults and children appreciated the many educational activities it had to offer. In August, the families enjoyed a beautiful sunny day at the Bronx Zoo. Sea lions, the Asian monorail, snow leopards, and gorillas were only a few exhibits experienced by the group. RAP's 4-H club, the Crafty Clovers, spent the better part of this year constructing an eco-mural with the local artist Star Nigro. The mural was entered into the Ulster County Fair as a club project, advanced to the New York State Fair in Syracuse, where it received a special recognition ribbon for an outstanding exhibit. The mural is on display at the Catskill Interpretive Center in Mount Tremper through December. This year, RAP began providing parenting education from families suffering from substance abuse and addiction, called Sober Parenting Journey. The families involved in receiving this education are working with the Department of Social Services and Family Court in an effort to regain guardianship and custody of their children. Sober Parenting Journey is a 14-week, evidence-informed curriculum that aims to provide a valuable source of fellowship and support and enhances awareness of triggers that may bring on relapse. To date, 32 recovering moms and dads have graduated from Sober Parenting Journey in Kingston and Ellenville and are on their way to piecing their families and lives back together. The Ulster County 4-H Youth Development Program creates opportunities for youth to develop skills, practical knowledge, and wisdom by doing projects, reflecting on their learning, and applying their knowledge. 4-H connects youth to hands-on learning opportunities that help them grow into competent, caring, contributing members of society. The 4-H Tech Wizards program, with help from donors and the Ulster County Economic Development Alliance, was able to secure over $23,000 last year to keep the mentoring programs alive in Ellenville and Kingston. This program has deepened the reach of 4-H in Ulster and helped us reach new audiences. We are 3 weeks away from the program ending and still don't have answers from our federal funders about whether or not we will be funded in 2019. Many of our older mentees are looking forward to becoming peer mentors to our younger members. Donations garnered from the year-end campaign will help us to define whether we can run this program and determine its scope, so please donate and share wisely. Also see Tech Wizards testimonials in our annual report. 4-H Public Presentations needs your help to keep expanding this hallmark 4-H program. Last year, we gave twice as many youth as the previous year the opportunity to practice and receive feedback on their public speaking skills. This year, we are looking to further expand and are looking for public presentation evaluators and more school partnerships, and are looking to establish a speaking academy to address issues of social justice. In addition, we have partnered with a Cornell group to conduct evaluation and research to better understand what works in this vital program. Both these pictures are from district-level competitions. A first-time presenter, Lauren, qualified, as well as this young man from Sullivan County. Check out his sweater. The 4-H specialized programs of Vet Science and Tractor Safely are firmly grounded in career exploration, workforce development, and safety, and we partner with SUNY Ulster Vet Tech program, thanks Dr. Alden, and volunteer Grant DeWitt to deliver programming. 4-H agriculture literacy this year smashed our prior record, reaching 1,368 children in 65 classrooms throughout Ulster County through the help of volunteers, such as Ulster County legislator and board member Mary Warrow and County Executive Mike Hine. The 4-H program is funded in large part through the Ulster County appropriation. We are setting the ambitious goal of reaching 1,750 youth and will only do so with your help, so let us know if you would like to be involved. This year, 4-H Career Exploration took 15 youth to Cornell with thanks to our chaperones. Scholarships for this trip are available to youth working 8 hours in the milkshake booth, participating in Tractor Supply Paper Clover events, and also from Cornell itself. This program keeps our 4-Hers connected to Cornell and gives them hands-on career exploration learning opportunities. 4-H at the Ulster County Fair provides youth with opportunities to educate the public and to showcase their hard work. This year, we had 119 youth exhibitors submit almost 1,100 exhibits. These included animal and youth building exhibits. This year, we truly showcased our youth leadership with 5 teen assistant barn coordinators who really helped run the show. 4-H Youth Guides also provided Ulster County and national legislators with an educational tour and public presentations. Finally, 4-H international programs exist in 70 countries throughout the world, and we are ready to meet our international friends. Our program leader has been lucky enough to travel as a 4-H specialist to Paraguay and Nicaragua, pictured here, and she would like to bring this experience to our youth. Interested youth and chaperones should plan to join the interest meeting on January 16th. One idea is to go to the Global 4-H Summit in Tanzania, pictured here in 2020. Speaking of international, please support CCE Ulster County and 4-H Nicaragua by purchasing our premium Nicaraguan coffee today. That concludes our program report. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at our upcoming events.